Hello, you guys. Welcome back to another podcast episode on this channel. Welcome back, whether you are new or you've been here before. Get into the retwist. Guys, I'm almost 6 months. Is it giving bust down Bailey sisters locks yet? Is it giving? Just kidding. I got a few more years for that, but it's definitely eating. Like to any of my other fellow lock girlies, men in here, who was gonna tell me like the more as the time goes on when you wash your hair, like the water and then like how it's dripping out of the shower, how it was today, I was like, the length is lengthening. I'm so glad I made this decision. I just realized I was talking about my locks in the last episode because I had did a braid out. Okay, for real, let's get into the topic. So today, as always, I take inspiration from a lot of stuff I hear and see that resonates with me, right? Which is why I love to make this content. I love to speak life into other people, like have something for people to hopefully make them feel seen or like, oh yeah, that's me. I've totally felt like this. I remember I was watching my favorite podcast and this saying or whatever really resonated with me, and I wanted to make a whole episode about it, which is why we are here. If you are wondering what my favorite podcast is, I've talked about it time and time again because I love her. My favorite podcast is Lovers by Shan Boodram. Love her, love her, love her, love her. Biggest inspiration I feel like in my creative journey. And she talks a lot about love, relationships, and stuff like that. And I remember like someone on her podcast said when they were talking about like what are your relationship rules like. Have you guys ever read the book like the four agreements, like agreements, non-negotiables in your relationship, whatever. This one lady was like, one of the agreements that me and my husband have in our marriage is to not hold me like or put me on a pedestal and hold me to this like kind of standard, because she was saying how it's like it's very hard on her mental health as someone who has always been like the good daughter, the good grades, the always doing good, oh she's always like above and beyond, and she's like I just cannot have that type of expectation, like being the daughter, the girl, the whatever, who's always just expected of so much and can never just be. She was like, I really couldn't have that in my long term relationship because it's like it's hard on my mental health from like growing up like that and all the pressure. Ooh, and that one hit because I feel like I am constantly seeing that theme in my love relationship situations because I high key relate to that woman. I know this might be a shocker to some of you guys. It's not. But I was very much that goody two shoes kid. Like my sister used to always say, like, oh, you're just always so good. Like you're just such a goody two shoes. I was that person the teachers trusted. I was I was a person where my teacher or my coach was like, who broke this? Who did this? I'm gonna ask Alicia because she's gonna tell the truth. I was that girl. I was that girl in school when you get put in a group project and everybody is silent at the table, staring around, looking at each other, and I'm like, okay, I'll take this part. You take this part. Like I was the girl who took the lead. I've always been very good at writing stuff like that. A little poetic, I think, as you guys can tell if you watch my channel. And another thing you can obviously tell if you watch my channel is I've always been like the creative one in my family too. Like I'm the middle child, I'm the little sister, I'm the youngest daughter, and I think it shows. I've always been the girl who's just doing something like, oh my God, look at this story Alicia wrote. Look at this drawing Alicia did. Look at this. Look at that. Look, she's doing this. Like I've been it's weird because a lot of people are like, oh, don't people hate being middle children because like they never shine and they get overlooked? It could never be me. Because out of my siblings, I am the outgoing, the personality, the funny one, the one who gets along with people the most. So it can never be me. But like I said, that comes with different things. And I feel like this translates into my older life as now being 22, right? Always being that girl with the personality and the blah blah. Like it's that I'm the type of person where like when I started, I feel like being more introverted as an adult, it was like, what's wrong with Alicia? Like, where it was like, I mean, some stuff has obviously been wrong. Like life happens. There's a lot of reasons why I feel like I'm not as going as I was when I was a child, but I'm still me. But it's like people expect me to crack the jokes, to be the one to talk to people, to all this stuff. And I feel like I've seen this transition in my relationships because, like I said, one of my favorite compliments, things I love to hear about myself and that I just genuinely love about myself, too, because I feel like it just shows how much my beauty and my character really exceeds past my face and my looks, is just when people compliment my character, how I make them feel. I make them feel safe, how they've never heard perspectives like this before me, how they've never met someone who thinks like me. People say that platonically and a lot in relationships. It's something that I think jumps out very early anytime I open my mouth, which is probably why a lot of you guys are here, or a lot of you guys followed me on Instagram and stuff, just me being unapologetically myself and the open minded person I am. And I love that, which is why I love what I do. And I want to keep getting bigger and making more things and creating more stuff, because I enjoy it and I love the impact I have. And I'm also really proud of it because as much as people talk about me or give me these compliments like anybody else, your girl wasn't always like this. Yeah, girl, wasn't always like this. Like, if you guys are not new to my channel, you know I grew up very sheltered, had a lot of my first all past high. Like, it's taken a long time to get here. I've had my phases just like everybody else. So I'm really proud of who I've become because of the work and the therapy and the unlearning and all the things I did. But that comes with, it's a gift and a curse. I love, love, love that other people, especially romantically, can recognize very quickly the beauty of my soul, what I bring, how I make people feel. But what do you think, again, when someone recognizes that about you off the bat, is very attracted to you because of that? What does that come with? The common theme of what I just explained. Everybody say it with me. Expectation. Expectation. I cannot tell you how many times being in love in relationships, I feel exactly what this lady said. How she was like, that is my main agreement. Because it really, it gets to people like this. I'm like, I feel like men expect so much good and healing and balance and positivity out of me because it's not that I'm not those things. I am all those things, 100%. I don't fake nothing for the camera. But and more, bitch. I cannot tell you how many terrible men I've dated who just expect so much of this healing, nurturing, open-minded, forgiving version of me because yes, that's who I am. But it's like, nothing else. None of those bad parts. None of you having a problem with what I do. None of you, why are you angry? Why are you upset? Why are you not open minded right now? I thought that's all you were. And it feels suffocating. It feels so suffocating. Because what do you mean? I'm not a Disney princess, I'm a real person. Like I said, of course, I am all those things, but even like in my journey, after just dealing with terrible men, dealing with an abusive relationship and stuff, I'm realizing that I love myself and I love the composure and the emotional maturity level that I've reached. And it's like, again, I'm very proud of it. I'm like, oh, because how I acted when I was 18, oh, because of how I acted when, like, I'm very proud of it. But I'm learning that the more and more about healing, people always think like healing crystals, spiritual people, like you guys are just the it's all good in the hood all the time. It's really not. I'm learning that there's so much beauty of me having balance. I'm so glad that I have the emotional maturity and patience that I have, not to go off on these niggas like I used to, but sometimes they need that. Sometimes they need that. Yes, 100% I could hold it in, but I don't want to, and they actually need to hear all of this. That's literally what I'm realizing, and I like that I'm becoming less apologetic in it because like I don't think any too far on either side is too good. But in these relationships, in my past relationships, I felt so suffocated because I feel like, again, expecting way too much from me when who are you? Literally look at the material. I've dated men who are childish, who blocked me when they had a problem with me, who hung up on the phone, who cussed me out, who abused me when they had an issue. And you're mad that I'm communicating my feelings, but I'm not 100% happy. Who are you? Look at the material. Look at the material. Like, be so for real when I look back at these people that I used to let make me feel small. How is you cool? Like, is you cool for real? Because I'm so tired of everybody just expecting healing from the healer. I've seen this quote so many times where it's like, the healer needs healing too. No, they just think, oh, she's so great. She carries herself so well. She's been through so much. She's so this, she's so that. And it's just like, take, empty your cup all the way out. No, absolutely not. Like, absolutely not. It feels so suffocating to be put on this pedestal. And I feel like a lot of anyone can relate to this, but especially women. Like, I low key think sometimes it adds to the misogyny a little bit. Like, they expect so much things out of women. Oh, you're supposed to be so forgiving. You're supposed to be so nurturing. You're supposed to be like, we're supposed to be all these things. But if a man is that, it's standing ovation. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Like, he's emotionally intelligent. Woohoo. I can name 10 girls to one man. No, 20 girls to one man that has basic emotional intelligence. I literally seen a quote on TikTok the other day where it was like, the average woman is the extraordinary man. Like, a regular girl doesn't cheat, doesn't lie, doesn't isn't violent, and that's just like, yeah, that's a normal girl, like whatever, like good qualities in a girl, but they're like extraordinary on a man. That, because what do you mean? What do you mean? Like, I'm so tired. And I feel like for any girls who get me on this, it's really, really tiring because men, in my experience, obviously, like, kill them straight, but I guess, like, people in general, they love a good fake. They love a good pump fake. Like, they love to be like, I always explain when I get a new situation, like, this is my issue. Like, men always love and adore my communication and just like how I am as a person from the jump. Oh, I love that you communicate and you don't just hold it in and are passive aggressive like other girls, and like, I love that about you. Please never stop, blah blah. And I'm like, yeah, but men always like that, but then they don't. It's like they love something until they don't. And they're always like, no, I'll always appreciate that. No, you don't. You don't. Because then 3 months later, it's annoying when you realize I'm always going to be this way. I'm always going to speak my truth. I'm always going to say what's on my mind, say when something bothers me, set a boundary. I'm always going to do that. And a lot of men don't like the work of that. They like, "Oh, I love this idea of you, but I don't like this idea of you holding me accountable." Yeah. Clock it. Clock it. And it's really, really tiring and frustrating, and I don't like it. I don't like it. Don't hold me on a pedestal, which is again why I say a lot of times I feel like it's such a woman thing, because it's like I've never felt like that about someone I've dated. I've always seen them as a human. As a human. Of course you're not going to be happy all the time. Of course you're not going to want to talk to me all the time. Of like, I always give space for people to be 100% themselves, feel 100%. Even though of course sometimes it's going to hurt me, sometimes it's going to confuse me, sometimes I've never like just been like, "Oh my god, he's holding me accountable." Like, it's like I never, I treat men like that I date like human beings with human emotions that go through human things, and I'm so tired of them not treating me the same. And I would say, like, again, it's like, well, how do I fix this problem? Like, yes, I need someone to not hold me on a pedestal. I need someone to humanize me. And it's just like, well, all I gotta do is just, I guess, leave when they start acting like that. Because, like I said, men love to fake a good, yes, I love that. I love the healing. I love that. Like, almost every single guy I've talked to like watched my YouTube videos. Like I low key feel like this kind of makes it worse. But again, I'm not gonna hide this part of myself. I mean, I literally promote myself on my social media all the time. I feel like it's only gonna get harder as I get bigger too. Because I'm never gonna come on the internet and cry. Like I do show you guys, talk about bad parts of my life and stuff. I keep it real with you guys. If you guys aren't new here, you know. But I'm never gonna come on here and like cry. Like, you know, it's just different from actually knowing me in real life. Getting um the Alicia in real life. And yeah, I just feel like having a platform comes with expectancy too, which kind of sucks. From random people, but also from people in your real life. But I'm still never letting up because I love what I do. I love to make other people feel heard and seen. And it's very healing for me as well. But yeah, I know someone watching this can relate. Like, it is so tiring. Like I said, just especially as a woman. And I think I even struggle, like, as a black woman with intersectionality, growing up PWI. Like, you know, it's just all these things of just like, you know, I feel like it relates to me being a black woman because people don't give black women the space to have other emotions again. Like, which is why I could see how it heavily has affected me in my upbringing and stuff. Someone who grew up PWI, um, yeah, like it's almost like how I said I grew up, how I was that like goody two shoes, the person the teacher could trust. How it's like I didn't have to be that way. I didn't have to be that way, and I still should have been just as trustworthy and like looked at like any other kid. But I'm sure that definitely did help me in my intersectionality, being like, oh, she's like the good little girl, you know. But that, especially, I'm really tired from the media. We just got a verdict, a very famous from a very famous trial. Oh my God, just from Hallie to Megan to all this, like it's sometimes it's so draining again of just how much expectance comes from black women and putting them in a box and this and that, and not only just from non-black people, from black people too, from black men, from whatever. It's just hard. It's just hard. Like, yeah, it's rough, and I think it definitely impacts my feeling of like being put on a pedestal. And yeah, I'm over it, and I want that same agreement for any relationship I have in my life, from platonic to familial to romantic to business to anything. And I hope me speaking on this, no matter if you look like me or similar to me, just if you can relate, encourages you to do the same thing, babes. Stand 10 toes down on what you believe in, who you are. Don't let up. Don't let someone make you feel small because you're not always this one way. You're 100% deserving of the love and nurturing and realness that you give to other people. Like I said, speaking to everyone, but especially, like I said, because I think this is an issue of expectancy for women, especially black women when it comes to intersectionality, especially, there's so many different rabbit holes. So don't ever let up. Don't you ever let up, because I'm not letting up or settling either. Okay. Thank you guys so much for watching slash listening to this episode. This was very, very healing for me to even record. There's been a lot going on in the media, like I said, as black and a woman, as a victim of some things. It's very exhausting in 2025 as an American with this president, with these. It's hard on everybody. So like I said, I hope this helps you look up a little bit, gave you something to take away, all of that. Um, Please feel free to check out any other similar videos on my Yap Sessions playlist or on this channel in general, because if you're a real one, you know. Check out my socials linked down below if you are interested. if you want to see me more than just a couple times a week. And yeah, as always, thank you guys for listening, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.